I used to think. As long as you eat 3 meals a day, you're good. My grandfather, 83 years old, never skipped a meal. But last year, one small fall in the bathroom. It landed him in the hospital for almost 2 months. And I kept wondering. Why was his body so fragile? No major illness. No memory issues. Not overweight. Just one thing, that nobody noticed. He hadn't been eating enough protein for over a decade. Did you know? After age 60, your body doesn't process protein the way it used to. You can eat the same amount, but your body absorbs way less. And that, quietly eats away your strength, every single day. Protein deficiency doesn't just make you weaker. It slows down healing, messes with your sleep, affects your mood. It can turn you, from independent, to dependent. But here's the thing no one tells seniors. You don't need to eat like a bodybuilder. You just need to eat smart, and eat enough. In this video, I'll walk you through how much protein you actually need after 60. Which types are best for your body. And when to eat so your body actually absorbs it. Because even if you're 60, 70, or 80, it's not too late. Every meal from today could be the first step toward feeling stronger, sharper, and more free. Ready? Let's start with the biggest myth that's hurting millions of seniors. 1. The protein myth that's hurting millions. A lot of older adults believe this one thing. Too much protein is bad for your kidneys. Or, if I eat more protein, I'll just gain weight. Sound familiar? That myth has stuck around for decades, and it's costing people their strength, their health, and their independence. Here's the truth. Once you hit your 60s, your body actually needs more protein, not less. Not because you're working out more. But because your body doesn't use protein the same way it used to. Let me break it down. When you're 30 and you eat 20 grams of protein, your body can easily use most of it to build and repair muscle. But at 70, you might only absorb half of that. Same food. Different result. That's why so many seniors think they're eating enough. But their bodies are still getting weaker. Their muscles shrink. They feel tired all the time. And they don't realize. It's not aging. It's underfueling. I met a man named John, 74 years old. He was sharp, active, loved gardening. But he started falling more often. His energy dropped. He thought it was just getting old. Turns out, he was only eating about 40 grams of protein a day. Half of what his body needed. We made a few changes, and within weeks, he was back in the garden, stronger than ever. So let me ask you. Could this myth be holding you back, too? Because in the next part, I'll show you the real numbers, how much protein your body actually needs. And it might surprise you. Stay with me. 2. Numbers don't lie. How much protein do you really need? So, how much is enough? Most people go by the old number. 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. But that's just the bare minimum, the amount to not get sick. If you want to stay strong, stay independent, heal quickly. You need more. Experts now recommend 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for older adults. Let's do the math. If you weigh 130 pounds, that's about 60 kilograms. That means you need at least 75 to 90 grams of protein every single day. Not just on workout days. Not just when you feel tired. Every single day. That might sound like a lot. But think about it like this. Eating just enough to survive is not the same as eating enough to thrive. And here's the kicker. If you're not getting that amount, your body doesn't just pause muscle growth. It starts breaking down what you already have. Muscle. Bone. Immune function. It all starts to shrink. So instead of waiting until you feel weak, flip the mindset. Fuel your body now, before it asks for help later. And don't worry. In the next part, I'll show you exactly what happens inside your body when protein is too low. Some of it, you can see in the mirror. But the most dangerous parts, you won't even notice, until it's too late. Let's go deeper in part 3, the invisible damage. Ready? 3. The invisible damage, what protein deficiency really does. Here's the scary part. Most people don't realize what low protein is doing to their bodies, until it's already done the damage. You might feel just a little tired. A bit weaker. Maybe you chalk it up to normal aging. But under the surface, your body is falling behind. When you don't get enough protein, your body starts pulling it from the only place it can. Your muscles. Bit by bit, you lose strength. Your balance gets worse. You recover slower from cuts, bruises, even surgery. That's why so many seniors take a long time to heal, or never fully bounce back. But it goes even deeper. Low protein weakens your immune system. You're more likely to catch colds, infections. And they take longer to go away. It can affect your mood, too. Protein helps produce the chemicals your brain needs to stay calm, focused, and rested. Ever feel foggy, or just off? Ever struggle with sleep, even when you're exhausted? Sometimes, it's not stress. It's a signal. Your body is saying, I need fuel. Let me tell you about Lisa. She's 69. Active. Smart. Sharp. But over time, she noticed she couldn't climb stairs like she used to. She thought it was just her knees. But after tracking her meals, we found she was eating less than 50 grams of protein a day. After just 6 weeks of adjusting her meals, she told me, I feel like myself again. So here's the truth. Protein doesn't just build muscle. It protects your energy, your mood, your immunity, even your independence. And the signs of deficiency? They're often quiet, until it's too late. In the next part, I'll show you what to look for. For signs your body is screaming for more protein. Some of them might already be happening. Let's talk about it in part 4. 4. Silent signals, how your body tells you it's not getting enough protein. Your body is smarter than you think. It gives you clues. Little signs that something's off. And when it comes to protein, those signs start quietly. 1. You feel tired, even after a full night's sleep. You're not overworked. You're not sick. But somehow, you're dragging. That's your muscles telling you. We don't have what we need to move. 2. Your hair is thinning. Your nails feel brittle. Protein is the building block of hair, skin, and nails. When your body runs low, it stops sending protein to non-essentials first. Hair, nails, even skin quality, they start to fade. 3. You find it harder to focus. Brain fog. Feeling off. Losing track of thoughts. Protein helps build neurotransmitters, the chemicals that keep your brain clear and calm. Without enough, even a simple conversation can feel overwhelming. 4. You look in the mirror, and your muscles are shrinking. The shape of your arms. Your legs. Even your face. They look softer. Smaller. Thinner. But not in a healthy way. It's not weight loss, it's muscle loss. And that's dangerous. You might think, I'm just getting older. But no, this isn't just age. This is your body asking for help. And the good news? It's not too late. In the next part, we'll talk solutions. Which proteins are best for older adults? And no, it doesn't have to be expensive, hard to cook, or tasteless. Let's dive into part 5, where the real food begins. 5. Best protein sources for seniors. Okay, now that you know you need more protein, let's talk about the best ways to get it. And no, you don't have to start eating steak every day or drinking chalky powders. You just need smart choices that work for your body. Let's break it down. Animal-based proteins. These are great because they're complete proteins, meaning they have all the essential amino acids your body needs. Eggs, soft, affordable, easy to digest. Greek yogurt, high in protein, low in sugar, just skip the fruity ones. Fish, like salmon, tuna, sardines, great for protein and heart health. Chicken breast, lean, versatile, cooks in 10 minutes. And no, you don't need to chew through a steak. Soft cooked meats, shredded chicken, soups, all work beautifully. Plant-based proteins. If you're vegetarian or just prefer plants, you still have great options. Lentils, 18 g of protein in 1 cup. Tofu, soft, absorbs flavor, easy on digestion. Quinoa, one of the few plant-based complete proteins. Tahini or nut butters, protein plus healthy fats in one. Just keep in mind, you may need slightly more plant protein to match the benefits of animal-based ones. And here's something most people miss. It's not just about how much protein. It's about how well your body can use it. Look for proteins rich in leucine, an amino acid that directly supports muscle repair. Eggs, fish, dairy, and soy are great sources. So no, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be boring. And it definitely doesn't have to be hard. You just need protein that's easy to chew, easy to digest, and used well by your body. In the next part, we'll talk about something most people never consider. When you eat protein, and how that can change everything. Timing matters more than you think. Let's talk about it in part 6. 6. Timing is everything, when and how to eat protein for best results. Here's a fact that surprises a lot of people. When you eat, protein matters just as much as what you eat. Because your body can only handle so much at once. And most people are loading it all into one big dinner. Let me ask you. What did you have for breakfast today? A slice of toast? Coffee? Maybe nothing. That's where it starts. Most people eat too little protein in the morning. Then way too much at night. But your body can't absorb 50 grams in one meal. So a lot of it just goes to waste. Here's the better strategy. Spread your protein intake across the day. Aim for 25 to 30 grams at breakfast. Another 25 to 30 at lunch. The rest at dinner or a snack. That gives your body a steady supply of amino acids, so it can repair, build, and restore all day long. Also, don't skip breakfast. Especially after 60, that first meal sets the tone for your energy, strength, and blood sugar all day. And pairing your protein with fiber and healthy fats. That helps your body actually absorb the protein, and keeps you full longer. What to avoid? Skipping meals. Relying only on carbs. Drinking too much coffee or tea right after protein, they can reduce absorption. This isn't about perfection. It's about small shifts that stack up over time. Remember, it's not just about eating protein. It's about eating smart. And speaking of smart, in the next part, I'll give you a simple, no-math daily plan to hit your protein goal, without feeling overwhelmed. It's practical. It's easy. And yes, it tastes good, too. Let's build your routine in part 7. 7. Your daily protein blueprint, no math needed. Let's keep it simple. You don't need a calculator. You don't need a food scale. And you definitely don't need another diet. What you need is a routine that works, and one that you'll actually stick to. Here's a sample daily plan that adds up to 85 to 90 grams of protein, perfect for most older adults. Breakfast. 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 20 g. 2 boiled or scrambled eggs, 12 g. 1 slice of whole grain toast or fruit on the side. Total, 30 grams. Quick. Simple. Delicious. Lunch. Grilled salmon or chicken, about a palm-sized portion 25 g. Steamed vegetables. Half cup brown rice or quinoa. Total, 25-28 grams. Balanced and satisfying. Dinner. Lentil soup or tofu stir-fry, 20-22 g. Roasted veggies. Sweet potato or small salad. Total, 20 grams. Light but packed with nutrients. Snack or dessert. A handful of almonds plus half a cup cottage cheese. Or a protein smoothie with half a banana and milk. Total, 10-12 grams. Keeps you full, helps with sleep. You see. No starving. No extreme rules. Just real food, spaced smartly throughout the day. And once you build the habit, your body starts to respond. More energy. Better sleep. Stronger muscles. Clearer mind. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. In the next part, we'll talk about the little things that sabotage progress, without you even noticing. Because even when you're trying your best, these common mistakes can hold you back. Let's uncover them in part 8. 8. Sabotage, tiny mistakes that wreck your progress. You're doing your best. You're trying to eat better. Adding more protein. Maybe even planning your meals. But somehow, you're still not seeing the results. Here's why. It's often the little habits, the things we barely notice, that quietly get in the way. 1. Skipping breakfast. We've talked about this, but it's worth repeating. Skipping your first meal means missing your first chance to fuel your body. By the time lunch comes, you're already playing catch-up. 2. Drinking too much tea or coffee with meals. Caffeine is fine in moderation, but in large amounts, especially right after eating, it can reduce your body's ability to absorb nutrients, including protein. Try waiting 30 to 60 minutes after a meal before sipping that second cup. 3. Eating light meals that lack protein. A salad with just lettuce and tomatoes. A bowl of fruit for lunch. They're healthy, but not complete. Every meal needs some protein. Otherwise, you're just filling up, without fueling up. 4. Avoiding meat altogether out of fear. Some seniors worry that meat is too heavy or hard to digest. But soft-cooked meats, shredded chicken, or fish are great options. You don't have to give up meat, you just have to prepare it in a way that works for you. These aren't huge mistakes. But they add up. And over time, they can cancel out the good habits you're building. The good news? Now you know what to look out for. And that awareness puts you back in control. In the next part, we'll zoom out and look at the big picture. Because protein isn't just food. It's fuel for your freedom, your energy, your independence, your clarity. Let's talk about that in part 9. 9. It's not just food, it's fuel for your freedom. Let's pause for a second. Because this isn't just about nutrition. It's not just numbers, grams, or checklists. This is about how you want to live. Every bite of protein you eat, it's a building block. Not just for your muscles, but for your mobility. Your balance. Your brain. Your energy. Your healing. It's the difference between walking into the kitchen, or waiting for someone to bring you food. Getting up from the floor, or fearing a fall. Feeling sharp and focused, or lost in a fog. It's about staying in control of your own life. Being able to do the things you love, for as long as you want. Playing with your grandkids. Traveling. Gardening. Dancing. Laughing. That's not just getting by. That's living well. Protein might not be flashy. It might not make headlines. But it's the quiet hero in your story. The one helping you rebuild. One meal at a time. You don't need a perfect diet. You just need enough of the right things, at the right time, consistently. And that's what gives you freedom. In the final part, I'll give you a gentle challenge, and one simple thing you can do today to take back your strength. You've made it to the end. And that says something about you. You care. You're curious. You want to stay strong, not just for yourself, but for the people who love you. So here's my message to you. It's not too late. Not to get stronger. Not to feel better. Not to take back your independence. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need a shelf full of supplements. You just need to start, one meal at a time. Add one egg to your breakfast. Swap a sugary snack for yogurt or nuts. Make sure your lunch includes real protein, not just carbs. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself, every day. Because every meal you eat is a chance to rebuild. A chance to choose energy over exhaustion. Clarity over confusion. Strength over fear. And if you found this video helpful, please, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Your parents. Your grandparents. A friend. Because one simple shift today could mean 10 stronger, healthier, freer years tomorrow. And if you'd like more videos like this, about living fully, aging actively, and fueling your freedom, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep learning, growing, and thriving, together.